All right, shalom, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rachakwadash, giving double honors to the elders and apostles, that great millstone who taught me this truth. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect. Peace and salutations to the brethren, the Akim out there on the highways and byways, pushing this truth on 100% sincerity. And peace and salutations to the few and sincere sisters who believe in this gospel, right? So I want to entitle this lesson, "The Lord is only looking for the few," right? And just kind of lambacking off of the camp lesson this past Sunday, where we were talking about, we were out there with the Memphis brothers. We were talking about the elect and the 2/3, right? And how the Lord in the scriptures makes a separation between the house of Israel, right? And how the Lord is not looking for many or a multitude of people. The Lord doesn't look to work with, great numbers, right? It's all about quality with Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Shai over quantity. The Lord will rather have a few that are faithful, dedicated, and are going to stand stiffly for the word and the Lord, Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Shai, rather than tens, hundreds, thousands, even millions, where most of them don't truly even believe or don't even have faith, right? And I'm going to just show some things in the scriptures where the Lord is only looking for few, instead of, how a lot of camps, they try and make it, it's all about the nation. It's all about the nation of Israel. We got to preach to the nation. We got to save the nation, right? We are preaching to the nation, but we understand that most people who we preach to, most people who hear this word are not going to believe and are going to reject this word, right? And some are going to even mock and scoff at us, right? But that's according to the scriptures, because the Lord is not dealing with them. The Lord hasn't given them this knowledge and this wisdom, or the ears or the eyes to see and hear and understand this word that is being preached, right? So let's go to Judges chapter 7. And it reads, I'm going to start at verse 2. And it says, "And the Lord said unto Gideon, the people that are with thee are too many for me to give the Midianites into their hands, lest Israel vaunt themselves against me, saying, mine own hand hath saved me," right? Because Israel is, Jake is a proud people. Jake is a proud and boastful people. And if Jake does something, and a lot of times you hear Jake, for example, you will hear Jake, let's say they make millions of dollars doing something, right? Being an entertainer or whatever, right? A lot of times Jake, when they receive an award, they'll say, I want to thank God. But really, when you talk to them and you hear how they really think, man, Jake really believed that I did this. It's because of me. I'm doing this. This is my work. I did this for myself. Well, when you really understand the scriptures, the Lord allowed you to do that, or the Lord may have put the spirit on you to do something, right? If you are a millionaire and you have a vast, enormous amounts of wealth, right? The Lord put that spirit on you to obtain that, to do whatever it took to obtain it, and allowed you to obtain it, right? It wasn't necessarily you do it. You were carried out. You carried it out as a vessel, right? But you yourself are not the doer of the work, or it wasn't just simply of yourself that did something, right? Just like for us in this truth, for example, right? It simply isn't just us and ourselves that we read the scriptures and we open up this Bible and we got this knowledge and this wisdom, it wasn't of ourselves. The Lord gave that to us. Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai gave that to us, right? And we should give credit where credit is due. It is only of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai that things in this world happens, right? But Jake believed that if he do something, if he accomplished something, it was all him. Jake could give credit to themselves, him or herself, right? And it says, verse 3, now therefore go to proclaim in the ears of the people, saying, whosoever is fearful and afraid, let him return and depart early from Mount Gilead. And there returned of the people 20 and 2,000, and there remained 10,000. And the Lord said unto Gideon, the people are yet too many. Bring them down. See, 12,000 people left, and there was still too many. Bring them down into the water, and I will try them for thee there. And it shall be that of whom I say unto thee, this shall go with thee, the same shall go with thee. And of whomsoever I say unto thee, this shall not go with thee, the same shall not go. So he brought down the people unto the water, and the Lord said unto Gideon, every one that lappeth of the water with his tongue, as a dog lappeth, him shalt thou set by himself. Likewise, every one that boweth down upon his knees to drink. And the number of them that lapped, putting their hand to their mouth, were 300 men. But all the rest of the people bowed down upon their knees to drink water. And the Lord said unto Gideon, by the 300 men that lapped will I save you, and deliver the Midianites into thine hand, and let all the other people go, every man unto his place, right? Because when you think about this, 300 people against, and I'm not going to go down and read to find out, but I'm pretty sure the Midianites had way more men, way more soldiers than the 300 men that Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai sent out with Gideon, right? But the Lord did that so that he can showcase his power, right? And exalt his name, and so that it is clear that the Lord was with these men. That's the only way that this happened. The Lord was with these men, right? So that's just an example right there that the Lord is looking for few, right? And it's going to be the same with the elect, right? Let's go to 2nd Ezra chapter 9. I'm going to start at verse 7. And it says, and everyone that shall be saved and shall be able to escape by his works and by faith, whereby ye have believed, shall be preserved from the said perils, and shall see my salvation in my land and within my borders, for I have sanctified them for me from the beginning. Then shall they be in pitiful case, which now have abused my ways, and they that have cast them away despitefully shall dwell in torments. For such as in their life have received benefits and have not known me, and they that have loathed my law, while they had yet liberty, and when as yet place of repentance was open unto them, understood not, but despised it. The same must know it after death by pain. And therefore be not curious how the ungodly shall be punished, and when, but inquire how the righteous shall be saved. Those whose the world is, and for whom the world is created. Then answered I and said, I have said before, and now do speak, and will speak it also hereafter, that there be many more of them which perish than of them which shall be saved. Like as a wave is greater than a drop, right? So there's going to be many, many, many more of these Israelites out here who perish than shall there be saved, right? Out of all of the Israelites, specifically here in Babylon the Great, right? There's more of the 2/3 than there are the 1/3 of the elect, right? Than there are, not of the elect, but then there are the elect, right? Or the 1/3, which the 1/3 is the elect, right? So there's many more 2/3, right? It's a pie, right? It's like as the scriptures say, as a wave to a drop, right? That's just an example of how much greater that number of those who are going to perish are than those who will be saved, right? So it's a blessing to have this word. It's a blessing to have this knowledge this wisdom and this understanding, because you could possibly be one of the few, right? As one of the slogans, I think, for the Marines, it says, the few, the proud, the Marines, right? Well, over here, it's the few, the spiritual or humble, the elect, right? And that's who the Lord is dealing with. The Lord is dealing with those who have humbled themselves and taken heed to this word and truly believe and have faith in his only begotten son, Yahweh Shai, that, we will be saved from, all of the perils and the torments and the destruction that is written in the scriptures. That's going to happen very soon here, right? Second Ezra chapter 8, starting at verse 1, it says, "And he answered me, saying, The Most High hath made this world for many, but the world to come for few. I will tell thee a similitude, Esdras, as when thou askest the earth, it shall say unto thee, that it giveth much mold whereof earthen vessels are made, but little dust that gold cometh of. Even so is the course of this present world. There be many created, but few shall be saved," right? You've got millions, even possibly billions of Israelites out here on this world, right? But there's going to be only a few that are going to be saved. There's only going to be a few that are going to be delivered, right? The rest of these Israelites, man, are going to have to be reborn into the kingdom as our children, right, of the hopeful elect. You know what I'm saying? They're going to be reborn as our children. Right? And I'm going to close out with this one. It's Matthew chapter 25, starting in verse 31. Says, the title of this particular section is The Judgment. And it says, "When the Son of Man shall come in his glory, and all the holy angels with him, then shall he sit upon the throne of his glory. And before him shall be gathered all nations, and he shall separate them one from another, as a shepherd divideth his sheep from the goats," right? And when it's talking about all nations, it's talking about the elect. It's talking about Israelites out of all nations, right? And he's going to separate the elect out of all nations from all of from the 2/3, right? And it says, "And he shall set the sheep on his right hand, but the goats on the left," right? And the goats are likened unto the rebellious. The sheep are the followers of Yahweh Shai. The sheep are the obedient servants, right? Because sheep are, sheep are obedient. Sheep will follow the shepherd, right? Sheep look to the shepherd for protection. Sheep look to the shepherd for guidance, right? Whereas goats, they do whatever the hell they want to do. A goat will, run around and cause all kind of havoc and just doing whatever the hell he want to do, right? Whereas a sheep is looking to the shepherd for all his guidance, directions, and protection, right? And here, I'm going to go to Amos chapter 9 and verse 11. Yep, here it is, chapter 9 and verse 9. This is Amos 9 and verse 9. It says, "For lo, I will command, and I will sift the house of Israel from among all nations, like as corn is sifted in a sieve, yet shall not the least grain fall upon the earth. All the sinners of my people shall die by the sword, which say, the evil shall not overtake nor prevent us," right? So that's just a precept to back up in Matthew 25, where, because Christians will say, well, the Lord is gonna take everybody, even the heathen, right? When it's not talking about that, it's talking about Israelites. The Lord's gonna take Israelites, or the Lord is going to sift Israelites out of all nations, and he's going to separate the elect from the 2/3, right? Meaning those who are going to be saved, being up into those chariots, and those who are going to be left behind, right? So, Lord willing, this was edifying to the flock, to the sheep. With that, I want to just give our praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rachakwadash. And until next time.